years in the year, right? So that's typically what businesses and whatever else operates off of. I like to operate in that energy of 3 months, and then it being like a reset, a reshift, because you often underestimate or overestimate. I think it's a quote that tells you better, but it's like you're not currently looking at what you can do in a year in a realistic way, but you can better gauge the things that you will be doing in, let's say, a couple of months. So that is the energy that we're going to go ahead and be within. And yes, I am currently just looking at that energy, and that's what something that we're going to talk about. Like I said, I feel like the new energy is so special and so transformative. We're standing always at the edge of a brand new chapter, a whole new year stretched out in front of us, and it's like this blank canvas that I have here that I've been tapping on. And that has plastic on it, so I'm going to actually unwrap it. I thought that would be nice to do. So let's unwrap this nice blank canvas. I thought I'd add this in addition to any card sounds. Also, going into this new year, I would love to hear more from you all. So let me know what sounds you like best. But let's get going. Had a little kickback. Okay. Okay. But this blank canvas in front of us is waiting for us to paint our story on it. It is waiting for us, to make it lively and things of that nature. Even when you look at the cards, I'm gonna pick a random card. Like, there's a lot of illustration. It tells a story of pleasure or pain, whatever the case may be. So that is what today's ramble is all about. Embracing this new year, a new mindset, new beginnings, all of that. Like I said, I love anything new, like this new canvas. And we're going to be getting 6 cards and maybe some clarifiers just so that we can better understand it. So here's the thing: entering into a new year isn't just about like setting resolutions or scribbling some stuff like goals or whatever into a notebook. It's about mindset. So it's about how you choose to show up for yourself, your dreams, and for your life. So before we get started, let's take a deep breath for a moment. Deep inhale, feel your shoulders relax, feel your breath settle in your chest. And as you exhale, imagine releasing everything heavy from the year behind you. All of the worries, all of the doubts, all of the old stories that you've been carrying, let them go, 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 go. All right. A new year, like I said, isn't just magical because the calendar is changing, because people have their own opinions about when the new year actually is. So the magic actually happens when you decide to step into it with a new level of intentions, with a new openness within yourself, and with a willingness to embrace change and new beginnings. So let's go in. Like, one of the most powerful lessons, I'm going to tell you while I'm shuffling, one of the most powerful lessons we can carry into the new year best things that come up around this year. So every sunrise anyway is a chance to begin again. So not even looking at it like a new year, a new you, like a new day, a new month. Anything can be fresh. Every moment can be fresh. Every moment is a choice. So a new year is like standing in a doorway of like millions of possibilities. So if you've had a harder year like me, I want to encourage you to, you know, be open and go into it like with a different mindset. Because like I said, I definitely had a twist and plot twist, a bunch of plot twists. I'm like, sign me up for not the don't sign me up for the character development package this year. Universe, I want the paid and privileged and, you know, sitting pretty package. Okay, thank you very much. And put that in as your request as well. Don't be afraid to, you know, have some authority over your life and say, this year I'm not doing the same shit or not accepting the same shit from last year. I believe you have that authority over your life. No matter what anybody says about anybody being over you, there's nothing, you don't have to accept the things that you don't want in life, in anything, from anywhere. I promise you that. So let me tell you a little secret. It's not about being perfect. It's not about having every goal like perfectly planned out for each year and everything written in perfectly neat ink and colors of ink and stuff like that. Even though I know those videos are out, it's not all about that. This year, your new beginning isn't about doing more. It's about being more present, being more with yourself, being more patient with yourself, being more open to whatever little surprises that you need. It's all about you. And how can you feel comfortable being more of yourself? So we're going to get into the reading now. The first card will represent the overall energy of January. Okay, the first card to flip is the Three of Cups. I'm gonna move this out the way. I changed my mind. Okay, I want some more room. So the Three of Cups energy. The Three of Cups is all about celebrating more life. Like there's many people who didn't make it, and I understand that. As far as criteria and your criteria of being happy, just being alive is very low. I won't like try to dissuade you from that, you know, disillusions, and like try to lie to you like, oh well, just being alive, blah 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 blah. There are certain things when you are alive that you want. So I'm seeing the energy of you being able to celebrate more. You being able to be like, I'm not just happy to be alive. I'm happy because I have this, or I'm happy because I feel like this. I'm happy because I don't feel like this. You understand? I understand that there is definitely more criteria for being alive than just being happy that you are alive. Like I said, there are going to be multiple things to celebrate. This is the energy. I'm telling you, like that coming out, representing the overall energy of January for what you can expect and different things of that nature is a very good omen to you, because no matter what, even if you may be, you know, getting a new collection of friends, a new support group, anything of that nature that will make you feel like, hey, I feel the energy of celebration all around me. That is what you're heading into. That is a very good omen. I can tell you that. So let's look at what are the opportunities, like the positive opportunities or blessings that will present themselves. Okay. Speaking of like good omens, whoever clicked on this video, this is like your year. If you have found this video, this is truly something that is going to impact your year and be like a breath of fresh air. Like I said, either myself, I had a hard year in the past. So if you are here and you feel like that same way of, a lot of things didn't go your way or whatever the case may be, these two cards are definitely the omen that is letting you know whatever story, like I said, when we did that deep breath in, breathe that old story out, this will be officially the last day that I will say that I had a bad year or anything like that. Like I said, it's a year of character development, and now we're moving in the prosperity and paid package of 2025 period. So let's even looking at that, with all of these blessings, I'm not going to say that with prosperity and being paid, there are no hardships or challenges ever. Because even, new levels, there are new challenges to jump over. Even when you're beating, like a game, there's always new hurdles to go up. There's never like a game where you're completely challenge free, and that's what makes life fun. Don't deny it. You know it. That's something that really makes life fun, is the good and the bad, the bitter and the sweet. That's how you are able to gauge what you really like. Now, we can make an argument about the pendulum swinging too far on the negative side, which I'm with you on that. So let's see what the challenges are and how we can navigate them. So we have the King of Pentacles in reverse that came out as far as your challenges. I feel like I was saying before, this is very on theme with everything in the reading, because you will have definitely new things to celebrate here and new blessings raining in on you with the Ace of Pentacles. But this is not the only thing that you have to look at. The King of Pentacles coming out is letting you know that, hey, there is with great prosperity comes great what is the quote? Like, with great prosperity comes great responsibility. I think it's like a quote from Star Wars or something. I don't know. But the King of Pentacles is always like very business savvy, very logical, family oriented, pragmatic, and reliable and supportive. So in this year, that would be a part of your, since it's in the reverse, that is a part of what your challenge is. So you may be the person who is like, you know what, going into this year, I'm dropping a lot of people or baggage or whatever, but your blessings can still reign in. So if you're not the person in the Three of Cups who has like a big supportive group, you may be your only support, and that is still okay. You don't have to have like some big team around you in order to be paid or prosperous or anything of that nature. So that may be something that you're getting over this year, getting over like having some big fantasy of being like some big party with all of these people around. That may not even be your energy. Quiet as this kept. Also, while I'm speaking, don't forget to like the video. Whenever you do, that'll be fine by me. But in the reverse, the King of Pentacles in reverse is a rigid way of looking at the world. So this card can indicate like materialism or self-indulgence when it's in the reverse, just being blinded by the frivolous things. So when you're looking at the King of Pentacles here, blinded by material things, like I said, you may be in a point where you're like, I'm fine with not having a lot of people around because of the drama. So I would prefer quality over quantity. Quality over quantity, that is the energy that you're getting in. So you're not being blinded by or being over possessive or having this attitude of, needing to be in control. This card does represent in the reverse a desire for like social status or recognition, and a disconnection from one's higher self or spiritual nature. So in this reverse position right here, you're looking at it like, I am removing myself from that need to be like celebrated by the world, and I am connecting into being celebrated and being happy, and making my higher self happy, and being more in tune and in connection with my higher self. The King of Pentacles is all about that energy. superficial, things that people will say to you and thinking that, these people are your friends or whatever the case may be. But a lot of people are going in with that energy. If you weren't there in my down, you can't be there in my up. And I can understand that energy. It is something to be very aware of. This is your challenge position. So there's nothing wrong with you being more assertive and being, more aware of, hey, I'm not allowing people that I really don't get on with like that to come around and big my head up. And then, now all of the newfound blessings that is raining on you is raining on them as well. You can wish prosperity on others, but they don't have to, get the prosperity coming directly from you. You should see them able to get the prosperity through their own channel, through their own, methods with God, their universe, whatever system they believe in. They can do that outside of you. You don't have to directly put money in everybody's pockets just because you feel like you want to help. So let's see what are the advice for growth. What is some guidance that will help you grow emotionally, spiritually, or personally in this month? So it's all about the Pentacles, baby. You know that song, All About the Benjamins, baby. That's the remix for this. It's All About the Pentacles. I feel like I did have a reading as well. I definitely did, where these two cards were in these positions as well. Now the reading is not over, thankfully, but the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, when they come out together, it definitely gives me the energy of don't just have the blessings, but be smart with the blessings, and revel in the blessings, whether that is emotionally and spiritually. Like once you accomplish something that's been on your vision board, you may be the type of person that is creating a vision board right now. So once you accomplish that, take a moment, more than a moment, relish in that, love it, like be in that energy of I'm so fucking happy that I accomplished this, and not just skating past it. The Nine of Pentacles is all about, stability and retreating. So once you have a stability, not feeling like you need to be on go all the time, it's that comfort, that accomplishment. You actually feel accomplished, and that is a part of your advice for growth is to, stay focused on your spiritual growth and your accomplishments. But also when you accomplish something, take a moment to sit in it and realize that you have gained a great deal of insight and knowledge just along the journey to accomplish whatever you're getting. So that is leading to your heightened state of awareness. So in the new moments after you accomplish something, you will be even more aware of like, damn, I'm really setting the things that I have set out in front of myself. I am accomplishing, or whatever in that nature is a spiritual satisfaction coming from this card. It's not even just about the pentacles. I know I mentioned the Benjis and the money and the pentacles. That's the material side of the Nine of Pentacles. But there is something that people don't talk about with this card, and that is the spiritual clarity and the spiritual like grand moments that is here in these cards. Obviously when you have less things to worry about on the financial side, you can take time out to, go on a longer walk and, relish in your breaks and, discover new things and have new hobbies and skills. That is the energy that you're in. And you will spend more time like in nature or with people you love, more solitude energy. Is not, because right here, baby, she's with a bird. Okay, it's not all about, like I said, in the Three of Cups, you may have like a very small circle, and that works for you because you are like more intrinsically focused this year on who you are, what you're looking to accomplish, and things of that nature. That is what the Nine of Pentacles is showing you. The Nine of Pentacles is letting you know that, hey, whatever energy you're here, like whatever spiritual route that you took, it has made a greater scope of your being and being ready to move into the next phase of enlightenment. And this will be a time where you enjoy life's simple pleasures, like even for if you're like older, or maybe you are someone who will retire young because of all of the work that you're doing, or just being very innovative, or the world just shifting in a way that you become your own boss. So now you have more time on your hands. Think about what would you do with more time on your hands. Right now you may be bogged down with work, with accomplishment, but after, let's say in February, you accomplish 3 of your goals. Now that's like 3 things like off of your plate. What would you do with that time? What would you do if you retired early? If you won the lottery tomorrow? A lot of people don't know, and that is what makes you fall back into the King of Pentacles in reverse energy of, looking for those like superficial things to like pacify you. So being very deep, being very spiritual, being off to the side, and being okay with like being alone and not being overly celebrated or some celebrity or something like that. You may have a claim and a lot of people may know you, but you really get you get I'm trying not to say get off, but yeah, fine, it's fine. You get off on that fact of not everybody really knows you. So people may know of you because with fame or with money, with businesses, whatever you're doing, it will bring a lot of people who want to celebrate you and look at your accomplishments. But at the end of the day, you're still very grounded within yourself because you know what's important. What's most important is like you and your journey and all of the things that you took to be here. So let's go ahead and look at those relationships. Like, as far as relationships, what can you expect? Whether it's romantic, platonic, or professional in January. We're going to get one card for right now to see what can you expect. You may really be experiencing a lot of expansion in these areas, and that may make you uncomfortable because, like I said, you may have a very small circle, or you may be like the only one that's really been knowing about your dreams and all of these things. So it is very unusual to have a lot of people in your business or in your space, but different times call for different measures. And the more acclaim you get, the more people will want to celebrate you. So how can you, the card that flipped over when I said that, how can you get more grounded, or what can you expect in your relationships? I'm saying with the Emperor card, it's definitely that energy of staying on top of this energy. When I say staying on top of, I definitely mean that you're in control. It's like that energy of not being taken advantage of by anyone, not being completely overgiving. You have a boundary and it's set. So even in those moments of you don't step over that boundary, even when you do love people, all of that, it is still very necessary to have those boundaries, because even the people that you love, unfortunately, they can take advantage of you as well. I know we would like to think the best of everybody, but with the Emperor card, it is that card of, like I said, with the Knight of Pentacles, it's the card of stability. So you will be very stable. You've been taking a lot of action and you will see a lot of success because of that. And with all of that, you have to continuously be an authority and bring that balance and that structure to your life. Also, continue to good reason, good judgment, and being very protective over the energy, the astrological sign for, or the astrological planets for this card is like Aries and Jupiter, which is something, like I said, is very disciplined, very protective, and having that energy. So this card is pointing to being able to strategize and plan ahead. Like, I definitely think that that with all of the success that you will be getting in any field that you are in, you are needing to take a stock of your current state of mind and your powers of discernment, and asking yourself, like, in the relationships, how can you be more? Because there are really people who will see your money, see your success, and will want to like go dig you, or just get things from you because you have a generous spirit. So it is very often that our minds are like buzzing with So that is very chaotic and it can be draining. So the Emperor is asking you to step up and be confident in who you are and those boundaries. Like the Emperor is definitely that energy of like take your power back. That is the Aries energy, that Jupiter energy of, you know, taking your power back and to distinguish your thoughts that you're doing and the actions that you're allowing to take place around you. So even if you have the thoughts of feeling for people or whatever the case may be, your actions have to you have to step up your actions. When you step up a lot of things in your life, it's just necessary, and that's the way it is. Like I said, people who are out there actively looking for people that they can fish. That's the term that we use. It's like fishing, you know. They're going fishing for somebody that they can do that to. And I know in a perfect picture perfect world that would be something that is not happening, but whatever. From here, we can begin to create the order out of the chaos and be systematic with your plan of attack. You know, like maybe I'm about to shuffle the cards again, but you know, maybe just saying there's a certain amount that I won't go over when I'm lending people money, or you know, there's a certain favors that I won't do this year that I did last year that put me in a bind. If you had that moment, and the Lover's card just popped out. So it could be something with a lover, or just with, you know, you being in a loving spirit. I'm going to put this on top of that because I feel like that just goes so well. Just from you being in that loving energy, in that loving spirit, that could be something that got you into a bit of trouble. So knowing that, hey, I'm going to assess my relationships from 2024, and in 2025 I'm going to find a way to be just as loving with the Lover's card, but be, you know, more authoritative and have more boundaries set with the Emperor and not overdoing anything that doesn't need to be done. So for this card, we're gonna get what are the final insights or wisdom. I feel like that Lover's card is like the sixth card, but I'm gonna go ahead and get one more to see what is the final wisdom that the universe wants you to carry into this month, and that is the Page of Wands. Get ready for this new adventure. Get ready for, you know, new things, new levels. Don't be afraid of it, you know. Definitely being in that energy of the Page of Wands is about, you know, being inspired. Even at the end of the year, you may be going into this next year like, I really don't know. Like, I felt like that, you know, a couple days. I don't know what big goals I want to do. I would, you know, tell you to get on Pinterest and, you know, get on there, look on there to just get your creative juices flowing for like what direction do I want to go in, or if you have a vision already for what you really want, put it on paper, write it down, you know, create a vision board, physical or digital. I'm not against either one. I actually like digital more because you can put it on your phone and on your iPad, wherever, so that you can see it continuously. So don't sleep on that, because you can only actually see like the physical ones when you're at home, which is not bad, but the digital ones are tea, don't forget. But there is definitely that energy of, you know, being excited to take whatever next step you're looking at, being excited and not being scared of wherever you're going in this next year. So very quickly, we're gonna get one new card or one clarifier card for each of these, and then I will continue to ramble. So as I shuffle for the Three of Cups card, the clarifier, here's something that I want you to remember. You know, beginnings aren't always like fireworks and just grand gestures. Sometimes they are soft, quiet, subtle. That's like the Emperor is quiet, but a lot of power. It's like the horizon peeking over the sun. That's power in that. So let's see what clarifies the Three of Cups. So even with these quiet moments, they could be, something simple. In the beginning might be like choosing to drink water before you drink coffee in the morning. It might be deciding to spend like 5 minutes in silence or reading a book, something like that. Or it could just be speaking kindly to yourself every time you look in a mirror. Like, there are so many things that can help you up level your mindset and could do it and reprogram yourself. This is one, so congratulations on that. But taking those moments of quiet and turning them into something that will help in your daily life, help you look better, feel better, think better. That's what it's all about. So all of these small moments really create the big shift. And when you honor these tiny beginnings, they ripple outward. So this Knight of Swords energy is clarifying the Three of Pentacles, or the Three of Cups, cups. The Three of Cups here. The Knight of Swords is that energy that is, I'll put it over here right now. But the Knight of Swords energy is that energy rushing in. Like, it is something that is moving in so swiftly on you that you may, it'll catch you by surprise. Like I said, you may look up very quickly and see that, hey, I've accomplished the things that I have set out to accomplish, and I did a couple of them very quickly. Now I need to reassess, what else do I want, or who do I want to be. I think asking who do you want to be rather than what do you want can be, empowering to a certain sense as well. Because after you accomplish physical things, now it's like, well, who do I want to be consistently? That could be more helpful. But that Knight of Swords energy is that energy of mental. So whatever you're looking to accomplish mentally and physically will come to you, and it will rush in on you. It will be very swift and something that you can be celebrating. That comes back to the energy of the Three of Cups. That celebration energy of, for the accomplishments that you have already got. That is the energy that's rushing in on you. The Ace of Pentacles now. The clarifier for the Ace of Pentacles is the Hermit. So even with the Ace of Pentacles, or even with the Three of Cups, I mentioned that before, your circle may be smaller. You may be celebrating by yourself, but that is not a bad thing. There's nothing bad when you look at it at the end of the day. But having a small circle, things of that nature, there is nothing bad about, you being off to the side, or you celebrating yourself more often. Maybe you're taking yourself out on dates by yourself, friend dates, or things of that nature. I'm getting the sense that you will be more comfortable with yourself and not being overly, oh well, I need to have this person with me to go out to a restaurant or to go out to a movie. You're really settling into that energy of, not only are you okay with being alone, but you're also okay with, celebrating your accomplishments alone, spending all of this, money, savings, all of those things, doing these things and not feeling like, oh, I have to wait until I get this, or until this person comes and then I can, start to do that. Don't be afraid to, go for whatever you want just because you're worried about, well, when people come along later, the lovers may come in, whatever relationship in this energy will come in, and you may be afraid to have your stuff together. But I'm gonna tell you, in this dating market, okay, there's nothing wrong with being more stable, being more secure, being more all of that. That's what we talked about in the King of Pentacles. If you are looking for attention from others, people will gladly give it to you to get something from you. So that's why it is very important to be like, you know what, I have fulfillment within myself. I'm not lacking anything within myself, and I'm happy about that, because when someone else comes in, it's just an addition to what you already do, what you already need, what you understand. It's not going to be like, oh, I need the other half of me. It's like, I'm a whole person, this person is a whole person, and now we're getting together. It's definitely not in that energy of being stuck, of being scared, or being, oh, I need someone to complete me. No. So even when we're looking at the King of Pentacles, when it in the reverse as a challenge, challenge. Let's see how you overcome that challenge. If you're enjoying the card sounds, make sure you like the video. You can also leave me like a timestamped comment of like your favorite moment that you enjoyed. So we have the Page of Pentacles coming out. The pages are definitely that energy of being ready to take on something new and being brave. That energy of the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords. It definitely gives me that energy as well of, doing what you need to do and being brave about it. So the Page of Pentacles is all about being like dedicated, having a vision, being a visionary, adapting for different things and being practical. That's where that King of Pentacles energy comes from too, being very practical and logical in your thoughts as well. Also being entrepreneurial. So there's definitely your ideas and plans are headed in the right direction. So it's just important to maintain a focus on your aspirations, even when new people come around. When we're talking about relationships, when new people come around, it's important to not lose yourself. So now is the time to make like concrete plans and to take action and understand like that you're in the transition phase right now between dreams and reality. So you're expanding from this just being your dream world or just being on your vision board to this being your reality. So expansion is always good news, especially this is your month ahead reading. So that is definitely something that you would relish in. So let's get a clarifier for the Nine of Pentacles. Immediately, what flipped out is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is telling you you're going to have a lot of options for relationships. So don't get stuck on making something fit. It's like a round peg in a square hole. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And don't be scared to let things go, because when you release things that are not right for you, you are really freeing your hands up and telling the universe, you know what, not that, put something else in my hand. Not this, but that. So put something else here. If you are holding on tightly to a blessing that is not right for you, then the universe is like, okay, well, you're not open to anything else. Like that's what I mentioned before, being open. All of these options that are coming in, be open to them, and not holding too tightly onto something just because you're afraid that something else won't come. That's the cycle of life. One bus goes and another one comes. So don't be too rigid. The King of Pentacles is kind of like that rigid worldview of being stuck and not wanting to change from fear. You can already see with the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups that abundance is your natural state. So the only thing that can really stop you is you being scared to let something go. Even when you're looking at the Ace of Pentacles, when you're looking at the Page of Pentacles, their hands, even the Nine of Pentacles, you can see like their hands are all open to these blessings and not afraid. You know what I'm saying? It's not clutching. It's not the Four of Pentacles where you're sitting there clutching everything and being so afraid. Oh shoot, I thought it was the Four of Pentacles. It's the Two of Pentacles, but that Four of Pentacles is really the person sitting there being extremely afraid to like let anything go, and that can stop up your blessings as well. So don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. So let's get for the like double duo cards, the Emperor and the Lovers. Let's get a clarifier. I just love the tapping. And as you step into this new year, don't pressure yourself to have it all figured out. That's why I'm mentioning, being open. That Nine of Pentacles, that Ace of Pentacles, all of these are opportunities that will be heading towards you. And, so many, by possibilities. So being open and not being afraid of like having it all figured out, and don't let the weight of the shoulds and the musts, okay, steal the joy from what is happening in this fresh chapter. Let yourself grow beautifully and on your own time. That's what the Emperor is all about. It's like that boundaries, and that coming out with the Lover's card is like amazing. Even if, like I said, it's any relationship, platonic, friend, work, whatever relationships, you're like loving and you're kind and you're pleasant to be around, but you definitely have set boundaries with that Emperor card. I think this is the perfect card that is, can go with this as well. That Six of Pentacles is letting you know that balance. So you can see in the card, the Six of Pentacles card, let me lift it up. You can see that scale there, letting you know that, hey, there's balance with everything. So you can see that this person is very generous, and it's shown by the way that they're giving, but they're also, very balanced, which is shown in that scale. Like, I'm not giving more than I'm receiving. I'm not, overdoing myself just to seem like a good person or any of these superficial things. I give from a place of overflow. You can make that an aspiration or an affirmation if you feel like you're depleted after you give people things, or feel like energy isn't reciprocated after you do something for people. That could be your new affirmation. I give from a place of overflow. I give to those who give to me. Things of that nature, making sure that there's a very good yin and yang. If you can't go to somebody to borrow money, maybe don't let them borrow a bunch of money from you. So if that energy couldn't be reciprocated, if you ever needed it, not overdoing yourself. So let's take let's get this last card for the Page of Wands. Also with this Page of Wands, like I said, it's about inspiration. So being okay with being inspired by others, or taking, a different type of route, whatever it is about. The card that popped out was the Six of Wands. So you have the Wand energy with the Page of Wands and the Six of Wands here, letting you know that, hey, there's an energy of, obviously, Six of Wands ending reading very good. What started the reading was the Three of Cups, which is a celebration energy, and as you can see, this person on the Six of Wands is being very celebrated, and very, very like acclaimed, and having that, we talked about that earlier, with new levels of success and money, people will like recognize you more or whatever. That doesn't mean that everybody is immediately your friend or whatever, but you can take in those compliments, feel safe in, celebrating yourself or being celebrated by others. There's no issue with that at all. Obviously, like I said, not being all swept up with the King of Pentacles in reverse, all swept up by the frivolous compliments, because you can do without them, and you have done without them in the past. That's not to say that you don't enjoy compliments, but it's just saying that not being so bug-eyed about people who compliment you or love bomb you, whatever the case may be, because you have already been celebrating yourself. So being, like I said, stepping into a new year with a different mindset is not about having all of the answers. It's about being open to receiving them, having your hands open, being open to, giving and receiving in those moments. So you can be open to learning new things, open to letting go of old habits that no longer serve you, or open to forgiving yourself, others, anything of that nature. And, most importantly, open to trusting the path that you're on. This journey that you are on is like none other. And even if you've had rocky boxes. It's like one of my favorite tapping sounds. So let's go ahead and see. Another thing is you might not always know where the road is leading you. With all of these options, it's impossible to know the end result of each road. It's like a bunch of different roads in front of you, and like trying to see all the way ahead before you make the journey is like that's impossible to do for each and every road. You can, think and be very calculated, that King of Pentacles energy, but at the end of the day, you have to have a certain amount of risk. No risk, no reward, right? So there will be a certain amount of risk that you have to take. But that's not a bad thing. And in this year, you may be taking that time to be softer, not just to others, but to yourself. Surrendering. I like this card at the bottom. It says surrender to the divine. You're coming at a place of, surrender, being soft, being like easier, being lighter. You deserve this love, you deserve this peace, and you definitely deserve to step into this new chapter with your heart wide open and not afraid. You can be open, the Lover's card, but you can still have those moments of, not getting played and not letting people play with you. So it is possible to be loving and to still be very strict about, not being taken advantage of. So let's see. While we do this, we'll get some affirmations for the new year. So you can repeat these, or you can just let them settle into your heart. So, I welcome new beginnings with an open heart. I welcome new beginnings with an open heart. First card to pop out is take time to breathe. Take time to breathe, 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 breathe. It's very important. So, like I said, you may be with that Knight of Swords energy down here. I had to mess up all the cards, but you may in that Knight of Swords energy, in that Nine of Pentacles energy, in that Seven of Cups energy of on go and in celebration mode, but definitely taking times out to, just settle and thank yourself and thank spirit that you're not where you used to be. That is very important. If anything else, you can look back on your past accomplishment, or if anything else, you can look back on your journey and say, you know what, I may not be where I want to be yet, because where you want to be will always change, but you can thank spirit that you're not where you used to be. Okay. We also have don't let your pride get in your way. It says full moon in Leo. So being overly proud, I feel like that's definitely in connection with that King of Pentacles as well. In the reverse of, letting people big your head up and get you get you extra feeling yourself. But realize when people do that, they always have an alternative motive. So it is important for you to, be very grounded and not overly prideful just because other people, when they do that to you, or love bombing, those are the different terms that are coming up now, but when they do those things, they always have an alternative motive. So being very careful about who you let just come in and start telling you all this good stuff about yourself. It's so important to already know it about yourself. The Nine of Pentacles indicates that you're going to be whole when you meet the other person. You are not the type of person, I feel, that wants to be half of someone and then have someone else feel like they can take a cut, or to take claim to what you have built within yourself. Obviously, when you have someone there that is helping you and doing all this stuff for you, they feel like they deserve a certain amount of recognition when you achieve things, and that's not your energy. The things that you achieve is there, and you were doing them before this person came in, and that's a part of why you set such strong boundaries, because this is not something where, everybody's going to get in how they fit in all over you and your accomplishments. The person who deserves to be celebrated most when you accomplish something is you. You can acknowledge your help later. So, your second affirmation is I trust my journey even when the path is unclear. That's what I mentioned before about having all those roads before you. It's impossible to know how each and every road ends up, how each and every path, all the twists and turns, it's impossible to know. The only thing that you can do is be in that page of Wands energy where you're like, you know what, I'm going to take a risk, I'm going to take a chance, and I'm going to step out on faith. Your third affirmation is I am worthy of growth, love, and abundance. I am worthy of growth, love, and abundance. That one popped right out. Let's see what it is. It fell on the floor. So it says, look at the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. So definitely a lot of full moons. That full moon energy of, starting something. You begin something at like the new moon and it comes into fruition at the full moon. So paying attention to that. I may be just doing like full moon readings to, get into that energy of what is coming towards you in the full moon completion cycle. So being very aware, maybe something that you're looking into this year, like of the moon cycles, working with the energy of the universe instead of against it. People can, be skeptical about that all they want to, but energy is real. Like, it's literally the thing that powers your cars, powers your lights and everything. So to be skeptical when it comes to that is just foolish, period. So you are in that energy of like, I'm working with the universe, I'm working with whatever energy is working with me so that I can achieve what's for me. No need to go against yourself, your higher self, the energy of the universe, the things that are bigger than you and that have been around. Allowing yourself, like I said, at the bottom of the deck is, surrendering to the divine and being open and knowing that you don't know everything. So being open to learn, being open to all of that. Let's get another one. And the new affirmation is every day I become more aligned with my higher self. I love that after the spiel I just gave about, being working with the energy of your higher self and, source and spirit instead of working against it in some sort of way. Or being in that Four of Pentacles energy of being afraid to let go because you don't know if something else will come in. But that's the ebb and flow of the tides. Something always comes in. So that's the Six of Pentacles energy. Don't be afraid to, donate old clothes right now because you're afraid that no new clothes will come. They always will. Even if you just go thrifting. It's new to you, baby. This will be the last Moonology card. It says, be bold and make the first move. Wow. That's six. Not the Six of Pentacles, but the Page of Wands is air, letting you know to take that step, be inspired, take that first, maybe be bold and make that first move. Don't be afraid. That says a cardinal moon, but letting you know that whatever you're looking at this year, your last affirmation can be is this year is a fresh start and I am ready. I am ready to, receive more. I am ready to be open. I am ready for more money. I am ready, whatever, feel that in. Make that your affirmation and stay on ready mode because you never know when these things are going to come into fruition for you. So, we're going to exhale. Woosah. Okay, and as we close out this gentle moment together, I want you to remember this. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you need to be. Take one more deep breath. Let it fill your chest with golden light. And exhale slowly. You are worthy, you are loved, and you are ready for all of the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful beginnings and things that are waiting for you. There is so much waiting for you. So, good night or good day, and may your day